Welcome to the 2013 State of the City Address. Join me in looking back at the highlights of 2012, a year in which we met with and overcame challenges, embraced opportunities for the community, collaborated with other communities for the strength of the region, and confronted obstacles that arise for an inner-ring suburb dealing with financial issues. And yet, in 2012, our residents and businesses experienced a year of success and growth in the community of choice to live, work, and play. These positions to which you have elected me and my colleagues, they are far more than commitments to us. We humbly serve this community and have been a part of some incredible achievements over the years, such as the completion of the phrase, now ranked 44th overall in Pollster's worldwide ranking of outdoor amphitheaters, the renovation and revitalization of vacant and desolate shopping centers, and coming soon, the final step in the rebirth of a former DESI as we move to develop a residential area and park. We believe that Kettering offers unique quality of life experiences, and we make all of our decisions with thoughtful consideration for the future. Our collective experience in Kettering, raising our families, building our careers, they fuel our intentions to do what is the very best for Kettering today and for the Kettering we leave to our youth. The seven of us have a history here, and that history provides a solid foundation for the work we do today and into the future. We gathered as a council in 2012, as we do every year, to discuss and prepare for the challenges ahead, the most critical challenge being that of the city budget. We adopt a new budget every calendar year, but we are always financially minded. Fiscal responsibility is the utmost importance to the seven of us serving you. Right now, in the midst of significant state funding cuts and a harsh economic downturn, we are maintaining our strengths. We continue to provide an incredible quality of life experience for our residents. We still offer the very best in customer satisfaction standards. In truth, it's difficult to find an organization in today's culture with the customer service standards that we have here. When you visit the City of Kettering offices at 3600 Schroyer Road, you are still greeted by a knowledgeable and courteous person who will assist you in your business. If you call here with a question or concern, our staff will follow through completely until your issue is resolved. It is more than a commitment to be good stewards of your tax dollars and to provide optimal customer service. It's our culture. Good financial reporting is also part of our culture. In 2012, we received the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award from the Government Finance Office Association for the 28th consecutive year, and we received the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting for the 30th consecutive year. Our Finance Department also began the implementation of mandatory filing of income tax returns for all Kettering residents 18 and older. This change will ensure that all residents are paying their fair share of income tax. Along with the implementation, the Finance Department administered a successful amnesty program, with 365 taxpayers coming forward owing tax and interest of $575,000. Those taxpayers who came forward received waivers of penalty totaling almost $200,000. Let's take a look at some of the financial challenges that we faced in 2012 and what kind of challenges we are anticipating in 2013. Actual and anticipated state budget cuts include $294,000 in 2011, $728,000 in 2012, and $932,000 in 2013 as a result of a 50% reduction in the local government fund and the accelerated elimination of the tangible personal property tax reimbursement. State legislators have also eliminated the Ohio state tax beginning this year, and regardless of where you stand on that issue, the city will see an average shortfall of $3 million as a result. In addition to these identified state cuts, and let's not kid ourselves, there are more cuts to come. The impact of Montgomery County's reevaluation of properties equals almost $700,000 in reduction in 2012. These reductions do not include those we have experienced and still anticipate in our community development block grant funding. These are challenging times for local government. We've been monitoring another issue that has a potential impact on the city, and that is a proposed legislation regarding tax uniformity. This is an issue that faces the city of Kettering and all municipalities in Ohio. The proposal at the State House is to make significant changes in the area of municipal income tax. While the proposed bill was promoted as a uniformity measure that would assist in improving the economic climate in Ohio, we believe that it will also have an immediate negative impact on our resources through the reduction in the income tax revenues and the increase in operating expenses. We are very supportive of the uniformity issue and simplifying municipal income taxes, but we must ask that it not materially harm the City of Kettering's financial condition. Kettering is supportive of the Miami Valley region's proposal to enact uniformity measures that are revenue neutral. All of these factors considered, the good news is that we continue to make great strides as a community. I'm proud to say that in 2012, we led the way in the region with the first anti-texting and driving ban with a community-wide campaign involving community leaders, our youth, and our law enforcement. We recognize this cultural phenomenon as a dangerous practice that merits our full policymaking energy. By creating an education campaign that includes public service announcements, entry signs, and a law that effectively bans the practice of texting while driving, we took a stand to keep our city safe. And to the credit of the state of Ohio, they followed suit, enacting a statewide ban. With all of our efforts, we believe we can change this perilous behavior before it permeates our culture. I'd very much like to thank the youth, the school leaders, and other members of our community who supported our efforts and made our TWD logo a recognizable brand against texting while driving. Another endeavor that began in 2012 is the design of a new city website. The last time we updated our site was 2005. New technology, the popularity of social media, and the necessity of new features have left our 2005 site a little behind the times. Thanks to input from outside sources, we are in the process of making improvements to our site that will make navigation easier, help you find out what's going on in the city via an event calendar, and give you the opportunity to join our social media outlets. We are looking forward to unveiling the new and improved ketteringoh.org in the coming months. For many years, we have recognized the value in participating with other entities and utilizing the wealth of experience and perspective that others can bring to the table. We spearheaded a new collaboration with business owners along Wilmington Pike in order to better understand their challenges and to encourage their input for the future of the corridor. Wilmington Pike has long been a focus of this council and administration. Once thriving with retail establishments, the Wilmington Pike corridor has suffered over the years, and our focus is on identifying how to return it to success, both for the remaining businesses and the future businesses. We are extremely grateful for the enthusiasm with which some of our Wilmington Pike business owners have approached this endeavor. We are hopeful and optimistic that together we can plan for the future of this integral roadway. Kettering is a unique and successful mix of residential and business entities. Our residents are the heart and soul of the community. Our businesses and their commitment to the success of the community make it possible for us to provide exemplary quality of life experiences. The income tax revenue that we receive is critical to our success. Our ability to provide exemplary customer service, to provide outstanding parks, recreation, and cultural arts opportunities, and outstanding public safety hinges on the success of our business environment. The gratitude that we have for the Kettering businesses who call Kettering home is truly immeasurable. That is why we pay such close attention to the economic development climate. We work hard to recruit new businesses, and we work hard to maintain open communications with current businesses. We very much recognize their contribution to the health and prosperity of the city. We recently sat down with representatives of one of our biggest companies, Kodak. Much has been mentioned in the press about this evolving company in the past year. Kodak, like many long-standing corporations, is reorganizing and refocusing in order to maintain relevant in today's business world. Their commitment to their Kettering facility, they tell us, is steadfast. We continue to work closely with the Kettering Health Network on future expansion and growth plans at their Kettering campus. We are thrilled that as they go about their business of saving, improving, changing lives, Kettering Hospital embraces their Kettering heritage. They have been friends of the community in so many ways, participating in the Kettering Leadership Academy, sitting on boards and commissions, and raising families here. We thank them for their active participation as a member of the Kettering business family. We are proud and honored to welcome some new businesses to the city in 2012. Whether large or small, corporate-owned or independently operated, we are grateful for each and every business that locates here. We have an eclectic and diverse business climate in Kettering, and it's always a privilege to meet the people who have chosen us as a community to work. Mound Laser and Photonics Center broke ground on their brand new 20,000 square foot Kettering facility in 2012. Their $4 million project will relocate 35 employees to Kettering, and they have committed to create at least 50 new jobs in the next 3 years. The facility is located in the Miami Valley Research Park. Advanced Engine Technologies moved into a 10,000 square foot building located on Hempstead Station Drive. Meridian Machine purchased and moved into a vacant building located on Lance Road. They brought with them a dozen employees and have completed major renovations to their facility. Aviation Ground Equipment Corporation purchased a 25,000 square foot building also on Lance Drive and are in the process of completing $150,000 in renovations. McAfee Heating and Air Conditioning purchased and renovated a second location in Kettering on Plainfield Road. The facility will be used as a distribution center and employ an additional 25 people. The Shops at 3000, located at the corner of Far Hills and Dorothy Lane, is an 8,200 square foot retail center that is almost completely occupied with Subway, Awesome Yogurt, Verizon, Heartland Pharmacy, and Allbricks Bakery. The shops certainly provide an appealing entry into our city. Highfield Door Sales conducted extensive renovations to their new facility on Stroop Road and have brought 8 new jobs to Kettering. We welcome these and all of our new businesses to Kettering. Just as our businesses continue to make financial contributions to the community, we also conducted major improvements to our infrastructure. After completing the major reconstruction of the Dorothy-Wilmington intersection, we continued work along the Wilmington Pike corridor with a $4.5 million project that includes new curb, pavement, storm sewer, and sidewalks from Ansel to Smithville. Construction on this project began in the spring of 2012 and is expected to wrap up in the spring of this year. 95% of this project was paid for with grant funding. This project is just one phase of a commitment to improve the Wilmington Pike corridor. Work was completed in 2012 on the Woodman Drive Patterson Road intersection. In total, this project was a $2 million investment that included new curbs, sidewalks, pavement, storm sewer, street lighting, and traffic signals, as well as a realignment of Woodman Drive through the intersection for better safety. 90% of this project was paid for with grant funding. With the help of a $900,000 federal grant, we were able to conduct traffic signal replacements at 8 intersections in Kettering, primarily along Wilmington Pike and Smithville Road. The signals are masked arm signals, a more aesthetically appealing and more modern construction. With the completion of the Wilmington-Dorothy project and the resurfacing of Dorothy Lane in 2011, we are able to focus more of our efforts in residential areas in 2012. We conducted a residential rebuild program in the Oakview neighborhood, replacing deteriorating curbs and drive approaches and resurfacing the roadway. We conducted a curb, sidewalk, and drive approach repair program in the Rolling Fields neighborhoods of Kettering. This is the second year of a 4-year program to update the roadway infrastructure of this neighborhood. We also conducted residential resurfacing projects on Ackerman Boulevard from East Ron to David Road, on Storms Road and Schuyler Road, from Far Hills to Schroyer, and Woodman Drive from Danube to East Dorothy. And we will continue our commitment to residential roadway improvements in 2013. We will also be focusing on infrastructure improvement efforts in the Acorn Walk development, located at the former Desi property, where the Franklin Foundation will locate their 4th senior housing development, and we will begin a neighborhood park development and single-family housing. In addition, we will continue the Stroop Road enhancements that we began in 2011. This time, the improvements will take place in front of Town and Country Shopping Center to include widened sidewalks, decorative pavers, walls, curbs, and improved street lighting. As is always the case with our capital improvement program, we are able to leverage millions of dollars in grants for 2012 roadway improvement projects, $7 million in fact. This saves the city a great deal of money, particularly in economic times when we are looking for more efficient ways of doing business. Kettering is an inner ring suburb, so when we have the opportunity for residential expansion, it's always a positive development. I mentioned the Acorn Walk development already, and that is an exciting new development on the horizon. Other residential developments include 16 new single-family homes in the Madison Grant neighborhood and new single-family patio home in the villas of Kettering Point at the site of the former Van Buren Shopping Center. We also continue to take advantage of the opportunities in the Wiles Creek neighborhood, where new homes have been constructed on the sites of former demolitions. This is a storied and proud neighborhood, and we are extremely grateful by the improvements and advances that have taken place to the housing stock over the last 10 years, thanks to the focused work of our Community Development Division and despite increasing cuts to our Community Development Block Grant funding. Community Development experienced a 13% cut in funding from 2011, with the lowest allocation we've ever received since becoming an entitlement community. This program is specifically geared toward helping people to obtain, maintain, and retain homes in Kettering. It's vital programming that we know makes a difference in the lives of our residents. Year after year, story after story, we are reminded of how much good can occur because of this funding. For example, Community Development helped 12 homeowners with substantial rehabilitation projects, and there are more in the works right now. We helped to make homes handicap accessible for our residents in need. We assisted 12 first-time homebuyers with down payment assistance in 2012, tripling last year's efforts, and through a partnership with a homeownership center, we helped to provide foreclosure counseling to nearly 400 Kettering homeowners struggling to keep their home. We're helping people to audit their home for energy efficiencies, and we built 6 new homes in 2012 alone with neighborhood stabilization funding. And while these numbers are impressive, it's the stories of the homeowners that really make the impact. We've been told that we've eased the financial burden of new homeowners, and we've been thanked over and over again by homeowners who have been able to eliminate costly property maintenance concerns with community development assistance. Homeownership is one of the greatest of American dreams, and we believe it is a right for each and every individual. We will continue to utilize our resources to make homeownership dreams come true. If owning your home is the American dream, then knowing that you're safe in that home is a necessity. And in Kettering, we are proud that our families can enjoy their neighborhoods at any time of day or night without fear. Ohio's finest police department had another exemplary year in 2012, receiving reaccreditation of the department and jail and the first-time accreditation through the Communications Center. The KPD received a new cruiser from the Department of Public Safety due to the excellence in OVI and traffic safety enforcement. And our canines once again proved their exemplary worth in the department at the United States Police Canine Association field trials and certifications. Patrolman Lambert and Canine Bricks won top dog honors, and Canine Bandit and her handler, Patrolman Price, received second place overall in narcotic searches. We added to our canine unit in 2012 with a black lab named Fuse. There is no finer group of men and women serving in law enforcement than those in the Kettering Police Department. And while I commend them for keeping our streets and neighborhoods safe and for their serving with integrity and honor. I am also extremely proud of them for their humanity. Our officers care about the people in this community, and they make themselves accessible with a variety of community-oriented policing efforts. Cops and Kids Camp is an annual 4-day summer camp that gives young people an opportunity to interact with officers through various activities during the week. National Night Out took place this past August at the Frays, and the KPD had exhibits and demonstrations from the Bike Patrol, SWAT, and K-9. The Citizens Police Academy just graduated its 41st class. The 10-week program introduces citizens to the daily operations of the police department. The Kettering Police Department recently unveiled a new program that will help keep our most vulnerable residents safe. The Kettering Safe Senior Program was created to help residents and the families of residents living with Alzheimer's, dementia, or development disabilities such as autism or Down syndrome. The program was created by Officer Edward Drayton. I can't urge you enough, if you have a family member, relative, friend, or neighbor who could benefit from this program, call the Kettering Police Department at 296-2567 to get all of the details. And that's not the only example of a Kettering police officer showing enormous compassion. On Christmas Eve, a Kettering family was a victim of a robbery, which included the theft of Christmas presents. The officer who responded to the incident was so moved by the story that he mounted a campaign to collect money from co-workers to replenish as many of the gifts as possible. Through the generosity of the department and even some strangers who heard about the situation, all the gifts were wrapped and under the tree Christmas Day. Public safety is something we do very well here in Kettering. Not only do we have Ohio's finest police department, but we also have an incredibly dedicated and compassionate fire department. Our fire department responded to more than 7,500 emergency calls in 2012 alone. Time after time, we receive notes from people who have been helped, commenting on the critical and careful care they received. Our leadership in the fire department, beginning with Chief Terry Jones, is dedicated to optimal service and performance. Training continues to be a focus as our world is shaken by unimaginable crisis and catastrophe. The focus of training has grown to include management of critical emergency scenes of all kinds. The fire department spends a great amount of time in the community and among our residents by offering CPR and fire safety training, installing child safety seats, speaking to civic groups, and participating in community events. They are one of our most accessible departments. 2012 marked the beginning of our process to identify fire station locations that will fit into a new service model. Our current stations are outdated, too small for modern equipment, ill-equipped for co-ed staff, and do not meet new hazard mitigation standards. We have already identified 2 new locations for fire stations and will continue to look for locations that fit our future service model this year and in the coming years. Our goal in this endeavor is simple: to make sure that we are providing the very highest quality service to our citizens. One of my favorite things each year is the annual gift wrapping that takes place at Station 33 of Christmas gifts for Kettering families. First of all, the generosity of our fire department, staff, and the community who assist them is inspiring. Second, the camaraderie and joyous spirit that permeates the event makes me look forward to it every single year. I can't thank the department enough for taking such good care of some of our families in need and for letting me and my fellow council members participate. While we're on the subject of amazing and generous people, let's talk about our volunteers. There are more than 1,000 men and women who show up here on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis with the kind of work ethic an employer dreams about. In 2012, our volunteers logged more than 41,000 hours of service. That's the equivalent to 22 full-time positions valued at $882,000. It amazes me that when you take a moment to thank them, they seem surprised. They don't expect accolades or awards. Mostly, they just like being treated like part of our Kettering team. Our volunteers perform a variety of tasks within our departments, from individuals who answer phones or deliver mail to groups who participate in organized events. Our volunteers are very much part of our Kettering team. Over 40 volunteers act as ushers throughout the Frays season. 20 volunteers manage our mulch site to ensure Kettering residents are benefiting from our free mulch program, which is no small feat, considering more than 5,000 cubic yards of compost and 4,000 cubic yards of mulch were distributed in 2012. 50 volunteers facilitated our citywide Neighborhood Pride program. Thanks to a very dedicated committee of volunteers, hundreds of people are able to attend the annual Christmas at Poland Farm event. And this year, on Make a Difference Day, 140 volunteers assembled trauma dolls used to comfort children at area hospitals, and another 60 helped with neighborhood cleanup projects. The beauty of this particular day of giving is that volunteers of all ages can participate, and it's heartwarming to see so many families volunteering together. Our volunteer department also facilitates the Kettering Leadership Academy, a program that has graduated more than 100 people during its tenure. Throughout the academy, participants learn about leadership opportunities throughout the community. This program has helped inspire members to become active on council, boards, and commissions, and in a number of philanthropic ventures. The very successful and impactful Kettering Backpack Program was initiated by the Kettering Leadership Academy class. The 10th class of the Academy is currently underway. The Kettering Mayor's Ball for Charity is a volunteer-driven annual black tie fundraising event that benefits a Kettering nonprofit. The event was created by the Kettering Rotary Club and has raised over $100,000 since its inception. In 2012, the Mayor's Ball raised $26,000 for Choices, Inc., an organization that supports youth and families through foster care and outreach programs. Reynolds & Reynolds provides an elegant backdrop for the ball each year, and a very dedicated group of community members orchestrates the evening. In 2013, the ball will benefit We Care Arts. We hope you will join us on April 20th. Volunteers helped us kick off the Ketter Green program, a new initiative to give residents opportunities to live greener. Hundreds of you participated in our shredding event in June, and again, our computer and TV recycling event. Your enthusiasm for leaving a smaller carbon footprint inspired us to make changes as well. We established recycling at our Go Forth event for the first time. We are placing recycling receptacles in our parks for the first time, and we are working to recycle more effectively in our city departments. We look forward to offering more shredding and recycling events, as well as a number of new Ketter Green events in 2013. One of the exciting new attractions for Kettering residents in 2013 will be the grand reopening of the Habitat Environmental Center, formerly Southdale Nature Center. The new Habitat will give us a perfect location to offer green events like composting classes and seminars on water conservation and the importance of understanding the impact on the environment. The Habitat joins Pondview Environmental Lab as a location for our families to interact with nature and to become better stewards of our planet. We hope you will join us for this grand opening of the Habitat on April 20th of this year. We celebrated the grand reopening of 11 neighborhood parks as a result of the bond levy improvements. We appreciated seeing you all out at Berwyn, Glazer, Black Hawk, Southern Hills, Walther, Ireland, Oak Creek, Tate, Ernst, Cantor, and State Farm. And we hope that you and your families will thoroughly enjoy the updates to your parks. This was the second season of our new and improved water park, Adventure Reef. This beautiful facility is truly unique and widely popular. We offered outdoor water exercise classes in 2012 for the first time, a family beach party, a fun in the sun event, and thousands of you visited Adventure Reef throughout the summer months. We saw an incredible boost in attendance and participation in our recreational programs. Total fitness attendance for both of our fitness facilities increased by 21% over 2011. The drop-in group exercise program experienced a 35% increase in attendance. There was a 39% increase in revenue at the fitness center at the recreation complex, and even our adult softball leagues saw an increase of $13,000. You are getting healthier, Kettering, and we are thrilled to be helping you do so. In 2012, we partnered with JFK Elementary School, Public Health Dayton, and Montgomery County to promote the 10-5-2-1 Almost None program that promotes healthy, nutritional, physical activity and limited TV and video game time. 550 students participated in the program, and the winning grade received one-day pass to Adventure Reef Water Park. Recognizing the value of healthy employees, Kettering business Wilmer Hale provides fitness membership to all interested employees. As a result, 78 employees and 10 employee family members participated in the fitness program. We invite all Kettering businesses to participate in our corporate fitness program, encouraging healthy living among employees. Our Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Department partnered with the Kettering Police Department in 2012 to launch the Summer Food and Fun program at Van Buren and State Farm Parks. The free 4-week summer camp provided positive interaction with KPD as adult role models, physical activity, and daily hot meals to more than 35 youth in the neighborhoods surrounding the parks. Following a landmark 20th anniversary season in 2011, the Frays exceeded $3 million in ticket sales for the second straight year. We had sold-out performances by Avett Brothers, Martina McBride, Bare Naked Ladies, Gavin DeGraw and Colby Calais, Peter Frampton, Daughtry, Bonnie Raitt, and Boston. The Frays also partnered with the Miami Valley Regional Planning Commission to create a bike and carpool for the $2 Tuesday shows with special parking for those participating in the program. Our Kettering Bike Committee volunteered at these events. This was one of the initiatives our new bike task force was actively involved in. The task force, known as the Walk Bike Kettering, is comprised of residents who are passionate about making Kettering a bike and walk-friendly community. A first for the Frays in 2012 was the opening of the Frays Fan Fair at Town & Country Shopping Center. This retail shop opened on Black Friday and offers Frays patrons the opportunity to shop for Frays tickets, gift certificates, apparel, and other Frays memorabilia indoors and out of the elements. If you haven't visited the Frays Fan Fair yet, make sure you do. It's a great atmosphere, and you can get items there that you can't get anywhere else. Lincoln Park and the Frays Pavilion hosted the 2012 Art on the Commons. In just 6 hours, we welcomed over 7,000 visitors with 84 artists representing their artwork. This is an uncomparable event if you are a lover of art, and a real must if you are looking for outstanding artwork to add to your collection. We know that Kettering is rich with cultural arts opportunities. Whether you are looking to enjoy public art or want to learn how to dabble in the arts, Kettering is a place to be. The Rosewood Gallery welcomed 188 artists, and approximately 3,000 art enthusiasts visited the gallery in 2012. Rosewood offered classes to 144 youth and 167 adults, and an outstanding 84,000 people visited Rosewood in 2012. The ability to provide quality life opportunities like beautiful parks, public arts, and great outdoor music is such a big part of who we are as a community. People stay here, return here, and locate here because we are different and unique. If street services, public safety, property maintenance, and capital improvements is the heart of this city, then senior services, volunteerism, and parks, recreation, and cultural arts is its soul. It's imperative that we guard all of these services and opportunities as we continue to plan for the future of Kettering. The community of choice to live, work, and play is who we are because we excel in all of these areas. Housing opportunities are diverse. Our economic development is strong, and our opportunity to thrive and grow within a network of recreational offerings is sincerely unique. Add to that an outstanding public and private school system, and you have the complete community and the ultimate life experience. Continuing this quality of life is our goal. Without a doubt, we will experience challenges in the year ahead, and without a doubt, we will confront them and overcome them. And we will do that the way we always have, with the support and encouragement of the people of this great city. Thank you for your love, your pride for this city we call home. May your families be healthy and prosperous in the new year. And on behalf of my fellow council members, thank you for the opportunity to serve the community we love. God bless.